And the topic is
hearing versus listening.
hearing versus listening. Prima facie, these words are synonymous. Prima facie, these words are synonymous. But are these? Or if not, then what is the difference between the two?
Sir, hearing means only listening and not
And
analyzing.
listening means only hearing.
No, sir. Listening means to hear and analyze in the mind, and मतलब कि to receive the message in proper analytical way, कि मतलब उसको समझना भी.
Now, before I go ahead, are you dressed for the interview?
Sir, I am not at home right now. I am at home.
No reason, every reason is only an excuse. Okay?
Sorry.
From tomorrow,
Okay,
be ready. Okay. Now, this is also part of training. I must train you that so that you are properly, professionally dressed.
yes, sir.
Okay. So be ready. Okay. Now, hearing, this is natural. Whether you are interested or not, some kind of noise coming from outside, getting into the ears, reaching up to the mind. You cannot control that. Cannot. Listening is, this is always intentional. Remember the situation in the classroom when you were sitting as a student in the class and you were talking to your friend and teacher were teaching you, never bothered what the teacher is talking about. And your entire focus was on what the friend is saying. Everybody has gone through those experiences?
Yes, sir.
Right? So listening is intentional. Hearing is natural.
Natural.
Right? So when it is natural, you don't have any control on that. How you can control hearing? लाउडी जी, आप hearing कैसे बंद कर सकते हैं?
No, sir.
That's the only way.
Yes.
उसके अलावा hearing बंद नहीं कर सकते. Listening बंद कर सकते हैं. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
While working at home, your better half, your children may keep on talking, but if you're focused on your work, you're not listening to them. You're not listening to them. Right? So there is a big difference between hearing and listening. Okay. Now, when we listen, what is the purpose of listening? What is the purpose of listening?
To understand, sir.
This is two ways. Some people listen only to
Reply. React.
some people listen and they just wait till the other person stops and they react immediately. And on the other side, we have Saran, just in front of camera. And other people listen to respond. Now, listening is a patient activity. It's very much patient activity. Be patient while listening. Allow other person to complete. Allow yourself some time. So some time, maybe a fraction of second, maybe 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds before you speak out. And if you don't want to give that time, it means you are in the first mode. So what is important in the during the course of interview?
You have to respond.
Respond.
You have to respond. Don't react. Right? So how to respond? Now, again, I'm going to give you some more explanation on this. Now, this listening may be active listening, or there may be a passive listening. In both the cases, you are giving the attention that is there, but still there is a difference. Still there is a difference between active listening and passive listening. Right? Now, active listening is fully focused and eye-to-eye contact. Some kind of indications or some kind of gestures are there to show that you are listening. Maybe nodding the head, either yes or no, or taking the note. Something is there to show that you are 100% present. That is called active listening. In passive listening, this is there, but this is missing, this is missing. So in the class, you will see active listeners as well as passive listeners. What kind of listener you should be?
Active.
Active.
Have to be active listener. Have to be active listener. Then only comes a real participation, real learning. If all of you are just listening and nobody is responding at all, everybody is sitting like a statue. What do I presume whether you are understanding or not? As a speaker, I see your faces and realize whether you are understanding the concept or not. So many times you must have seen that I repeat the things twice, thrice, 4 times and go on explaining the things till you understand. So how do I do that? Only based on your facial expression. And that's why I want your camera to be on. Right? If your camera is off, what will happen? I can always presume that you are understanding everything. Or you don't require any explanation. So in your active listening, when I say fully focused, no tea, no coffee, no breakfast, no lunch, no phone, nothing else, only notebook, pen, and the camera. 100% focus. And these are instructions for the class. Why? I want you to be an active listener, right? Eye-to-eye contact. I always tell you to be on the camera and keeping the camera in front of the eyes, right? And indication. So I keep on asking the question so that you keep on responding. So 100% participation. So what is the benefit of being an active listener?
You can achieve your goal.
Not only achieve a goal, first of all, you are a good learner. The best part is, if you really want to learn something anywhere, not here, anywhere, right? So how it is relevant for the purpose of interview? Listen question very carefully with 100% focus on that and what he intends, what he wants to listen. Make out the answer. Take 1 or 2 seconds and then speak out. Never.
Sir, I have a question. If you don't understand the question, what he is asking, what
Certainly
should we do?
you can make a request. Please repeat the question.
Okay.
Okay, no problems, because that will indicate that you are listening. So many times you have seen that I have commit the errors on the board intentionally. Why do I commit those mistakes? So that whether you are really serious or not, I get to know about that. Same thing is going to be done with you in the interview also. Intentionally is going to speak out something. Okay. Or if by chance the question is missed out, always make a request. That itself will indicate that you are a good listener, right? In case of being a passive listener, you may listen, but you may not understand it all, or you may not memorize it all, and that is not a good indication for being a good learner. If you want to be a good learner, always be a active listener. Apply the same thing at home. See what happens.